حي على الفلاح.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منها رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. ربي يسر ولا تؤثر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين يا فتاح. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. صدق الله العلي العظيم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. إن الحمد, all praise and all thanks, all gratitude is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We praise Him, we glorify His name. We thank Him for the many boons and favors He has bestowed upon us. And we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all that He has blessed us with, and we seek His forgiveness. We seek refuge in Allah from the evil within ourselves and the consequences of our evil deeds. Whoever Allah guides will never be led astray, and whoever Allah leads astray will never find guidance. My brothers and sisters, it's a pleasure to be here to give a khutbah, alhamdulillah. And as you have heard from the President, the incident that took place this morning, when we heard from the news that the Masjid is supposed to be the most sacred place. The most safest place is the Masjid. And when we hear these things that happen in the house of worship, it's a sad state of affairs. That's to tell you how deep ignorance is. My brothers and sisters, we are very fortunate to be here in this masjid where we can pray our salat very comfortable without having to think, that someone is coming to us. Alhamdulillah. This is an honor and a blessings given to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So at the end we will make a dua for all the brothers and sisters who were injured, who were shot, who were killed. We make dua, we say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Today I would like to talk a little on some duties. Last week we heard about duties, of the husband towards the wife. Maulana has emphasized on us. Also, the husband, the wife has duties towards the husband also. We heard about the kindness. Wives display kindness, or husband display kindness to one another. This is an important thing. Husband and wife shall honor each other also. Your wife has rights, honor that right. The husband have rights, the wife should honor the rights of the husband. And if they work in harmony, collaborate, alhamdulillah, we will have harmony in the family. And as we say, if we have a stable family, a good family, then we will have a good community. And if we have a good community, we'll have a good country, alhamdulillah. So we have to look at one another's rights and try to fulfill the rights. One of the rights I would like to mention of the wife towards the husband is that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, if it were permissible for a human being or a man or a woman to bow to one another, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said He would have asked the wife to bow towards the husband. That is the amount of respect and honor. That is the amount of respect and honor a wife should give to the husband. Do we find that nowadays? We find bickering, quarreling, making noise. Don't tell me do this, don't tell me do that. You know? If we honor our responsibilities, it will be so much easier. So, that is one of the rights that the husband has towards the wife. The wife has to honor the husband and respect the husband. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, if a woman observe her duties, obligatory duties towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, pray her salat, fast in the month of Ramadan, and give zakat and all the necessary things, the compulsory things. If a woman observes these things and she is obedient to her husband on the day of Qiyamah, you know what? Allah will ask her to enter whichever gate she wants to enter to paradise. You choose any gate you want, you go, enter paradise. This is the honor of this is a wife will be getting the day of Qiyamah by observing and respecting her husband's right. Also, a husband has certain needs. If the husband has certain needs and asks the wife, he said, look, I want you to do so and so for me. And the husband, let's say the wife is cooking. She is in the stove. Stove is lighted. And the husband is there and asks the wife to attend certain needs that he wants. And the husband calls her. She has to obey the husband in that. Even in that case, she has to obey the husband in short. Let's say the husband, calls her to his bed, and she didn't respond, she refused him. What is the consequences of that? Such is the honor. Such is the honor that you have to show to your husband, even though your stove is lighted. Take off the stove, go and tend to his needs. And then you can go back and see what you have to do. If you disobey your husband in that case, what happens? The angels of Allah curse such a woman until the morning. The whole night until the morning. Do you want to be cursed by the angels of Allah? No. So this is one of the, we should show towards the husband obedience. Also, my brothers and sisters, we find it very common these days too. A wife should not leave the home of her husband without his knowledge, without his permission. This is a very important thing. Let's say somebody comes to you, to the wife, he says, girl, your husband, he said, let's go to the mall. And the husband goes to work and he come about 9, say it's 4 o'clock in the evening. So you have enough time to go online and come back, The wife said, all right, I take the chance. She leaves the home and she went and go to the mall. She lie with her friends and then come back home. She didn't mention anything to the husband. Until afterwards, someone who goes to the mall with her, he said, yeah, that line was nice. But yeah, husband get to hear that now. What are you talking about? The husband saying, where did you go? Where did you go? He said, well, I just went with my friends to the mall, you know. But you didn't mention anything to me that you went to the mall. Trouble start there now, my brothers and sisters. So do not do such a thing. Do not leave your home without the knowledge of your husband. If he gives you permission, then. But without his knowledge, without his permission, then you should not leave the home, my brothers and sisters. Another thing that a wife has to do is she's the protector of the home, right? She has to protect the property of the husband. And the wife should not lend or dispose any of his belongings or his property without his knowledge or his permission. Somebody come and ask for something to borrow, or something borrowed, and you take it and you give it without his knowledge. When he's ready for it now, he's asking for it. And he's asking the wife, why is it? You know, I did learn so and so, and I forget to take it back or ask for it. That is chaos, that's recipe. You know, he will say, why did you lend my property? Why? Without my knowledge. You know? Because when I'm ready for it now, I can't get it. So, in this case, do not lend the property of your husband, his belongings, without his knowledge and his permission. This is one of the things a wife has to be aware of. Also, like yesterday, the husband come home, there's food on the table, and there's extra food, and the wife take the food and they give it to the poor, the needy, or some wayfarer. In this case, she has the right to give, because you know why? When she gives out of that food, he gets the blessing, the wife gets the blessing, and you know, barakat will spread in that home. So it is, in this case, you are permissible to do so. Also, the wife should respect the parents of the husband. The wife should respect the parents of the husband. Just as you would like your parents and respect your parent, the parents of your husband also has to be respected. You know, you can't tell your husband, you know, you'll be going to visit your parents, or you only thinking about your parents and you neglecting me. No. It's not that you neglect them, but you have a duty and a responsibility towards your parents. You know? And in a home, there is what we call in-laws. You know, long time we had extended family, father-in-law, mother-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law. So all in one family. Nowadays we have father-in-law, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, sister-in-law. But when it comes to the law, who is the law? Is it the wife? Whatever the wife says is the law? No, my brothers and sisters. All of them have duties and responsibilities, and the wife should not deprive or be annoyed with the husband if he has certain duties to perform towards his family. He has to accept that. A wife should not allow strangers into the home of her husband without his knowledge, his permission. Worst of all, if he dislikes a person coming to his home and you invite that person to his home, that is a recipe for chaos. You know? So a wife should think about those things and do not allow any stranger into the home of her husband. Another thing, I don't know if women do these things. You know, when they get together, they like to gossip, and they sit down and they gossiping. And in that old talk, what they say? They start to talk about intimate things about their husband. You know, this one they say, my husband is so-and-so, my husband is so-and-so. And they go in like that in circles. You see these things? It's haram. You're not supposed to be talking about your husband intimate things. So my brothers and sisters, this is just a few of the things I would like to point out, of husband and wife. So, obey your husband, meet the needs of your husband. Another thing, you want to fast, optional fast. And before you fast, optional fast, you have to get the permission of your husband. Get permission of your husband and then you can fast. So this is something our sisters need to understand of the husband's right, And do not accept gifts from anyone without the knowledge of your husband. Somebody give you something and your husband says, where you get this from? So so and so give me this, my friend gave me this. No, my brothers and sisters, you should not accept any gifts from anyone without the knowledge and the permission of the husband as well. So these are few of the things I would like to just point out. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm not talking to the sisters only, I'm talking to the last week. Maulana Manan talked to the brothers, so we understand what Maulana meant. Today I'm talking to the sisters in particular. I hope they understand what I am saying and I hope they implement it and put it into practice, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us, guide us and give us hidayah and tawfiq. Wa akhiru da'wana.